If your life is a mess right now, then all you gotta do is improve one area of your life, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna have some type of carryover effect to other areas of your life. What's up, everyone? David here. Got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. Now today, for those of you, or maybe some of you have witnessed others, is your life a mess right now? Do you feel like you're always stressing, unorganized, just nothing's going according to plan, just overthinking everything, anxious, all those things taken into account? Life is just falling apart. You just feel like you can't get on top of what it is that you need to do. You just feel like you can't lock into your goals, whatever it may be. And it may not even be you. Maybe you have a coworker, maybe you got a friend, maybe you got a classmate, someone around you. You just see, they look off. Something's not right. They just can't seem to get it together. What is the reason for that? Me personally, I really feel like it's gonna come down to the concept of how you do one thing is how you do everything. Me personally, again, that is just one of the biggest beliefs I have. How you perform in one aspect of your life is having direct carryover to other aspects of your life. I mean, let's look at it this way. How many of you have a coworker, a friend, family, or whoever that is in your circle? Very unorganized, missing deadlines, inconsistent sleep schedule, just not driven, unmotivated, just everything seems to be going downhill. But have you ever noticed, you ever see someone else, maybe someone, sometimes even in school, just go back to remember when you were in school, or if you're currently in school right now, high school, college, the star student. It seemed like they were always on top of doing their homework. It always seemed like they always had a good attitude. It always seemed like they always had their notes, got everything done on time, knew the material. It seemed like everything was getting aligned with them. So why is that? Why do we have certain people where it seems like everything is not going according to plan? Everything is just a complete mess. But we got other people where it seems like everything is just good and going right for them. Again, I believe it comes down to how you do one thing is how you do everything. How many of you, you've personally felt like, oh man, when life gets stressful, you start falling behind in one area and it started carrying over? How many of you at work, you're getting a little stressed, okay? That's starting to go a little down. You start missing deadlines. You're not performing as well as you could, okay? Life is going even more down. And somehow that carries over to other aspects of your life. What other aspects may that be? Maybe now you're carrying that work with you when you go home, and now your home life is starting to get mad. Spouse, children, all that, you're starting to neglect a little more because you're starting to focus a little bit more on your work. And because of that, now it's starting to affect your sleep schedule because now you're staying up, getting all these tasks done. So you see, unintentionally, what is falling behind in one area of your life is carrying over to other people and other aspects of your life. Again, you may not be aware of it, but other people are definitely going to be taking notice. Whereas in other people, all it takes for them is to do one thing right, and all of a sudden, everything else falls in line. They are unorganized, no time management skills, but all of a sudden, now they make the commitment. All right, they set the alarm. Boom, they set one alarm and they wake up on time the next day. Now that they set an alarm and they actually woke up on time, they woke up early, they have time to actually prep breakfast. So now they're not just rushing to go to Starbucks or go through a drive-through to pick something up on the way to work. Okay, now that they did that, they ate at home, they feel more full, they have calories in their system, they got good food in their system, they feel more energized. So now they actually show up on time to work. They're not rushing, getting stressed, sitting in traffic, being impatient. Now when they're at work, because they ate those food earlier, they showed up on time, they're not rushing to miss this deadline, get this work completed. Now they're not feeling so foggy headed. Now they don't feel like they're out of it. All of a sudden, now that their work, they feel better. The quality of their work starts to improve. Now that they got in earlier, they can leave early. You see, all it takes is just one little thing to get everything else in your life aligned. Now, one of the biggest things that I believe that you can do to just kickstart that whole process, something as simple as your sleep schedule. Just wake up early, go to sleep early. A lot of problems that we deal with really come down to also our energy levels throughout the day. You're feeling tired, foggy headed, brain fog, however you want to put it. That's going to affect obviously other things that you do, the conversations we have with people, the way you interact with others. You don't think they're going to notice when you look tired and you have the bags under your eyes and you're just out of it. You don't think you're going to feel like, you're nodding off when in the middle of class, or if you're writing emails, having phone conversations, you're in a meeting and it's obvious that you're not fully engaged. Again, but if we were to go to sleep early, wake up early, have a consistent sleep schedule, all that is going to be taken into account. It's going to elevate your quality of life. And as a byproduct of that, it's obviously going to improve everything else that you apply yourself to. What's another thing that you can do? You can just start getting in shape, start working out. And it doesn't even have to be lifting weights. If you're not into that, go out on a walk. get sunlight, be outdoors. You're indoors all day at an office and you're in a bad mood, whatever. But if you were to go on a morning walk, the benefits that you get from natural sunlight, the benefits you get from the walking itself, getting those steps in, burning those calories, that's going to improve your physical health. You might lower your weight, get your blood pressure down. Not only that, but also the sunlight exposure you're going to be getting, that's going to improve your mood, endorphins. Don't believe me? Look at the research. You don't think that's going to affect your mood throughout the rest of the day when you're at work? So you see, all of a sudden, you make one little change that's going to carry over to everything else that you're going to do for the rest of that day. But that's the thing. You actually have to make that change. Look at anyone whose life is a mess. Look at their room is a mess. You don't think their car is going to be a mess. You don't think their office at work is going to be a mess. You don't think their backpack, they're just throwing everything in there, is going to be a mess. You don't think their diet is going to be a mess. I don't know a single person where they're really good at one area, but then the other one, is lacking. No, if you're good at one thing, it should be able to carry over to other aspects of life. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get an A+ in every aspect of your life. What I am saying though, is you gotta be consistent across the board. Let's just say you're real successful in business, just, multi-millionaire, just have a good standing business, a lot of good employees, things like that. But the fact that you're so driven and so dedicated to that work, you're mainly focused on that, you're putting all that time in that area of your life, but where are you taking that time from? You're probably taking away from your home life, spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, kids. You're spending less time with them because you're applying it more towards the business or whatever it is that you're pursuing. And as a byproduct, all that time invested in this area is going to elevate that, but it's taking away from somewhere else. So you see, now we have an A+ in business, but we got a C- going into a D when it comes to home life. No, that's going to be a big difference. You got to be able to meet in the middle. You don't have to be an A in everything. What we can do is meet in the middle, and let's just say we got now a C+ here and a C+ here. You're consistent across the board, and over time, as one starts improving, you should be able to improve the next. As the business is growing, the quality of your relationship should also be improving. You see, you don't need to be a superstar in every aspect of your life. You just need to be consistent across the board with everything. Also, put it this way. The better you are in one area and the more that you're struggling with the other, if you keep up with the habit, people are gonna notice. You don't think people are gonna talk about? It's like, yeah, he's a great business owner. Yeah, he's a superstar student. He's always studying. Yeah, he's always got good grades. But, he doesn't go out. He's got no social life. He doesn't really talk to anyone. He's just always in the books and that's it. Which, again, if that's what you want, okay, perfectly fine. Go with it. But just know, the better you are in one area, the more obvious it's gonna be what your flaws are in the other. Whereas if we say, no, this person, he's on top of his studies and, he has a good social life. He's able to manage everything else around him, still on top of his gym workout, things like that. Just be consistent across everything. Just manage everything as evenly as you could. Yes, some areas of your life are going to see some improvements because, just depending on the nature, whatever responsibilities you're in charge of, yeah, it's going to take priority at certain times of the year. If it's budget season at your work or if it's finals week at school, whatever it may be, sometimes life is just going to call more of your attention to one area, but it doesn't mean you're always going to be staying there. You should also be addressing the other areas. You don't want to start excelling too much in one and start falling behind way too much in the other, because the further and further away you're falling behind in one area, the harder it's going to be to try to bring that back. So as best as you could, try to implement what you're doing good in one area and try to implement it in how good you're doing in another. Again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you're falling behind and you're completely neglecting this, there could be a high possibility that you're falling behind and neglecting this as well, because your attitude will carry over to all those different assets of life as well. So take that the way you would, apply it however you need, reflect on where you are in life, and just make the changes necessary. Again, you don't have to be a superstar in everything, but you also don't want to be a bum in everything. There's got to be that happy in between. You got to compromise. You got to be able to make the sacrifices needed and also know when to ease off the gas pedal from time to time. Everyone's life is going to be a little different. Everyone's got different responsibilities. Everyone's in a different stage in their life, but just do what you can with the time that you have and the resources you have, and just overall try to improve every aspect of your life as much as you could. If you need help, go seek it. If you can do it on your own, good, perfect. At the end of the day, it's your life. Everything is going to be a byproduct of the decisions that you make. It's as simple as that. There you have it, everyone. Just real simple, just short video. Just thought it was important just to bring up, just how you do one thing is how you do everything. Take all this information as needed and apply it however you feel is warranted. Comment down below any other video suggestions you'd like to see me do, whether it be about mindset, motivation, nutrition, diets, workouts, programs, whatever it is. Comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help you all out. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss on any new videos, because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so don't miss out. And on Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.